It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. And we are in the dog days of summer. It's very, very late in August, and the heat has been kind of relentless. And despite the fact that I am fairly coastal, I wouldn't consider myself inland, still, I've just been reluctant to mess around too much with my plants. So if you find yourself in the same situation, but you really want to get your hands dirty, how about making up a really cute little arrangement? I have this fantastic Susan Ock pot. And yes, there's drainage. And I thought, why not plan it up? So it doesn't have to be a fabulous Susan Ock pot, although it certainly could be. Whatever you've got that inspires you around the house, preferably with some drainage. Find a plant that just knocks your socks off. Find some top dressing and go to town. This is something that you can do any time of the year. So I've got some soil. This is just garden variety cactus and succulent mix. You can see it's got a little bit of styrofoam perlite in it, which makes for good drainage. I've also got that wonderful drainage hole. And I was so inspired because I found this little Echeveria allegra. Now this Echeveria is one of the little ones. It's not going to get very big. This is pretty much it. But it's a little showstopper, isn't it? I didn't want to waste this by planting it in a tapestry or sticking it in the garden where it would be overwhelmed by all the plants around it. I want to show it off. Now, this plant, I'm going to go ahead and plant it with its root ball intact because of the time of year. I don't want to cause it additional stress by planting it as a cutting. I'm going to let it have its roots. Now, when you are backfilling, whether you are doing a giant pot or arrangement or whether you're doing something small like this, make sure that you really pack your soil in tight around your plants so that you don't allow for air pockets. They will dry out much less quickly if you pack the soil tight, and they also won't decompose as fast. The more soil that you can get in the pot, the better. But look at this color. You know, what really I thought was so stunning about this little Echeveria allegra is the shading. It is so impossibly blue. How many plants do you know in nature that are blue? Not many. And this is one of them. So I thought it really would be showcased beautifully in this blue pot. Also, the modeling on the pot and the patterning on the pot really mirrors the modeling and, you know, the structure of the leaves on this beautiful little Echeveria. So, are we done?
No!
What do we need to do now?
Rocks.
Yes.
We need to top dress. Once we have made sure that we have gotten all of our air pockets out of here, and we're going to top dress. Now, this is a very subjective process. You can do anything that you want. I found some blue reflective glass over at my potting station that I thought would be the perfect choice for top dressing because, hey, we're doing blue, aren't we? I was just really feeling blue. Blue is so cool and it's so freaking hot. I need coolness in my life. So this little undersea creation is really, really making me happy. Once I'm done with the top dressing, and just to, you know, I mean, depending on the size of your creation, I'm just doing enough to cover the dirt. I'm not, you know, measuring it or anything. I just don't want to see any dirt. We're making sure that we're lifting up the skirts of our leaves so that we get all the way up to the stem. Oh, this is so pretty. I'm so happy with this. Then, once I'm done with my top dressing, this little arrangement could be watered in very gently. I am not, however, going to water it because the soil was quite damp and the plant was also a little bit moist. So no watering necessary. I am going to place this somewhere where it's going to get some protection from the worst part of the day. Remember, in the summertime, it's not really so much about water as it is about temperature. So try to find a spot in your garden where it's going to be protected from the heat and the blazing sun. For now, I think I found the greatest spot in my garden. Now that little potted beauty is going to really make me happy. Just sitting here and looking at it, knowing that I've protected it from the hottest part of the day, remembering that when it dries out, which will probably be in about a week, I can water it very, very gently with about a half a cup of water. I'm also going to check it regularly too to be sure that it doesn't have any insects that have taken up residence. I'm just going to check it every few days or so. It'll give me something to do and some way to get my hands dirty during these really, really hot days. This has been Laura Eubanks reporting from her garden for Design for Serenity and your succulent tip of the day.